Ave Maria, gratia plena.
We just crossed the border, and we were surprised to see this building here. We weren't aware of it. We weren't aware of this building, and we ran into Peter here. And Peter, could you tell me where we're at? What city is this? Where are we?
We are in Naco, Sonora. We are one block from the line here. The wall is right here. This is a little migrant center we call Centro de Recursos para Migrantes, Naco, Sonora, and this is our migrant center. And a block from here we have a very nice dormitory where we can sleep 30 or 40 migrants every night. So we're a full service establishment. We've been only here a little over 2.5 years, but in the 2.5 years that we've been here, we have served over 30,000 migrants. I'll tell you how it works. We don't help migrants who are trying to cross. We might get in trouble for doing that. We help the migrants who have crossed and who have failed. The migrants who have been in custody, short-term custody with the Border Patrol, usually on an average of 17 hours they've been held, but who knows what they went through, what kind of an ordeal they went through before Border Patrol picked them up. So they get processed by Border Patrol, pretty well starved. They get given a tiny package of crackers every 6 hours if they get that. Some of them don't get anything. They don't feed them well. They pack them like sardines into these rooms that are either too hot or too cold. They play migra corridos loud so they can't sleep. They faint. They have to hold each other up. Eventually, as I say, after an average of 17 hours, they get put in a van and returned here to Mexico, where they get processed, signed in, as it were, by Mexican immigration. And then they're back on their own here in Naco, Sonora, which is a fairly peaceful town which moves lots and lots of migrants traditionally through this sector. So they probably have a hotel here, they probably have a connection here, they probably will go right back to their hotel and try again. But certain of them are truly in need. They may be sick, they may be hurt, they may have never been to Naco, Sonora, they may have started somewhere else and ended up here. They may not know where they are. They may have been raped, they may have been robbed, they may have a terrible story to tell. They may be separated from family members. They may have made up their mind that they're going to do everything they can to give it up and go home. It's not worth it here, it's too scary, it's too hard. So we provide services for these people, the people who have failed. And we work very closely with the Mexican consulate. We can't get information from Border Patrol, but the Mexican consulate can. So if two brothers have been separated, one of them out of meanness was sent to Nogales, we can find out. Border Patrol, within a fairly short period of time, will tell us where any particular migrant was repatriated, or perhaps they were had crime on the books and are actually have gone to court. Perhaps they got swept up in what's called streamlining, where every day 70 migrants go to court in Tucson. It's almost like a lottery. I always tell them it's the lotteria. You may get picked off to go to court today, you know. And of those that go to court, it's also very arbitrary. Some of them get a warning and a dismissal. Some of them get a 2-month, 3-month, 6-month jail term. They do go to jail from streamlined court. And so the consul can tell us what's happened to any individual migrant. And believe me, that's a wonderful service for a family that's been separated. Also, we administer a very successful program through the Mexican government to send people home. The Mexican government likes it when they go to the States and work and send home money. Mexican government likes that just fine, but throughout Mexico, there's communities that have very few men folk there in the community, and the Mexican government likes it very much when people decide, well, I'm going to go home, and I'm going to make it work at home. I'm going to dig into my community, and we're going to make a life here we can do without the States. So the Mexican government will pay full fare for people going home, and we send hundreds of people home. We administer this program here. We also provide just an island of safety here, because a lot of times the citizens are afraid of the mafia-like pollero system, which in many respects is a fine system and certainly moves lots of thousands of people successfully. Don't ask me how they do it. But there's also people who become afraid, or they may be afraid of the police. Sometimes we have rogue policemen who hassle migrants. They may just want protection, and they may just want to sit here, use our free cell phone here. That's another service that we have. They can call anywhere they want, free, and believe me, that's one of the first things they do, is they get on the phone and they say, well, I tried, I didn't make it, can you send some more money, or I'm gonna talk to my sister and see if they want to suggest another way of going, or what kind of help we might get. We also feed them. We have very rudimentary kitchen here, but we feed people all they can eat, and we also have clothing here. Believe me, shoelaces and socks and stuff like that. We go through lots of socks. There's hardly anybody who doesn't want a fresh pair of socks. So I can't think of all the things we do. We're here really to serve these people, and sometimes it involves like getting medicine for them of a certain kind. Sometimes if they have a certain amount of money on, the Border Patrol will take their money, and then when they return them, repatriate them here to Mexico, they'll give them a check written on a Circle K. Now, how is the migrant going to get his 120 bucks from a Circle K money order? He can't do it. So we take his thing, he signs it, we go over, we cash it, we bring him his money.